Welcome to Exploring Possibilities. I'm your host, Cheryl Sitz, and I've created this show to demystify holistic wellness, one conversation at a time. You'll get to know the person behind the practice, what inspired them to express their gifts and talents the way they do, and then we'll dive into their practice for a deeper understanding. There are so many ways that we can heal ourselves and our planet. Why not play in possibility? See what resonates for you. You'll find over 3 years of archived shows at journeyofpossibilities.com. You can subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play, and you'll never miss a show. If you do subscribe, I'd like to ask you to rate us so that others will find our show as well. Thank you so much for that. We'll introduce today's guest right after these messages from our sponsors. As I've met and worked with all these holistic practitioners, my life has literally transformed. So much so that I studied to learn how to be a holistic practitioner and transformational life coach so that I can pass along some of this transformation to you, because life is short. We deserve to live it. Life is a journey of possibilities. Are you ready? What do you say? One session? Why not? Reach out to me at CherylSitz.com and let's play in possibility. Our new digital magazine is packed with inspirational stories and valuable tips to live a more holistic, spiritual life. Check out the premiere issue at journeyofpossibilities.com. If you like what you see, subscribe for free and get a new issue every 3 months delivered straight to your inbox. That's right, it's free at journeyofpossibilities.com. Practitioners, contact us for affordable advertising too. That's journeyofpossibilities.com.
Have you ever gone to a social media seminar and you have the online experts telling you, get a blog, get a website, get on social media, all this other stuff? By the time you're done with that seminar, that online expert is very good at frying your brain. And the funny part is, you come back home, you get in front of the computer, and you're lost. Hi, I am Mario with Tech Life Balance. I see this all the time. You spend so much money and still don't know what is going on with your online presence. And you probably don't need all of that. Let me go ahead and translate Geek to English for you and show you what you really need, because you don't need it all. You probably only need a few components. You have a great message out there, and I would like to hear it, and I definitely want to help you put it out there. I am Mario Rosales with TechLifeBalance.net. I produce this podcast because I love distributing messages. Let me help you distribute your message.
Today's guest is Herbert Quinteros, and Herbert comes to us from Peru. Hello, Herbert. Welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to hear you. And first, I want to say thank you so much, and thank you very much for this interview. And yes, I'm here. I'm here for my service.
Oh, and I appreciate it so much. Also on the line, we have Mario Rosales with Tech Life Balance. Say hello, Mario.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Mario produces these interviews for me each week, and so I'm very grateful for his help. And this week we have Mario on the line. Should we encounter any language difficulties, Mario can chime in and translate for us. So that's a handy service. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you. It's,
my pleasure.
It's going to be a good help. Maybe my English is not clear, and I'm here for just to try to explain the deeper way to explain the meaning of the sense of that we are doing. No?
Wonderful. Well, your English is coming through fine, and people are listening with their hearts open, and so what we don't understand, we'll hear with our hearts.
Thank you so much.
Herbert is a medicine man that I had the privilege of meeting when I went to the jungle in Peru in 2012. And I am so excited that we get a chance to talk with you now about not only the healing powers of the sacred plants, but Herbert, you're a beautiful music healer as well.
Thank you so much. And so, yeah, for me, the vibration of life is the vibration of the heart. No, this is how are the instruments for the universe. We're the universe, the great spirits, and all our lineage, lineage of our roots are bringing a lot of chants, a lot of music, a lot of vibrations, and every chant that they do. And I had this opportunity for them to share again that I am no, an instrument, no, through my intentions, no, and my music and my vibrations, fly and go through the vibrations in my intentions from my heart.
Yes, and the power of intention is quite strong in all the work that you do.
It's a deep pray, no? It's a deep pray, not just for people around that is listening in this moment right now here in this circle. Also, the vibration pray go and cross the borders around the world. No, this is a big pray that we are doing.
That's beautiful. I love the vision that I got when you were saying that. May we begin by asking you a little bit about how you came to do this work? Have you done this type of thing your entire life?
Yeah, and this medicine or this way to work in the present right now come through my lineage. No, I am the last medicine man or vegetalista in my language. The vegetalista means that we use the different kind of medicinal plants for heal some sickness or for heal some pains, not just in the body, also in the soul. No, in the medicine man here, in my cosmovision, this medicine man means the healer of the soul through or using these medicinal plants. And through my lineage, my grandfathers, my cousin, my uncles were using this technology because for me it's a very high technology. How you are connected very deep, no, with not just with the nature, also with the spirits, and also with the connection with the universe. No, everything is one power, one thing. There is no separation between the spirits. There is no separation between the nature. There is no separation between the humans. No, there is just one things who are connected each other. No, this is how we walk, how we heal, or how we understand the life process or the life way to walk. No.
Wonderful. And you're the last in your family line then, you said?
Yeah, in my lineage of Quinteros Garcia, I am the last carrying this responsibility and beautiful responsibility to bring the knowledge, no, not just in this in my town, in my family. Also, now I'm crossing the borders, not just with the medicine, also with the music, no, that I'm sharing.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful for this opportunity. How my grandfathers and the universe can give me these opportunities to be just a channel, no, just an instrument.
I've had the opportunity since I met you in a ceremony where I was working with both the plants and your music. I've had an opportunity to work with each individually, and each is quite powerful, and together it's really transformational. Can you tell me a little bit about how you say that you work with the plants as healers, the history of that? Do you grow them there? How you use them? Just a little bit of a glimpse of what you mean by that.
So when my grandmother or my grandfather we are living in the jungle, in the high jungle, and they always, when we were very child, no, when I have some pain in my body or my stomach or headache, they just go to the nature and take some leaves and cook some plants and I say, drink these plants. Is going to be very healthy and very calm the pain that you have for your headache, because maybe your headache is for too much thinking or too much stressing or something like this. And they start to call to the spirit of the plants, no, singing. It's called Icaro. Icaros is how do you call the spirit of the plant to have this deep connection with that. When I drink this plant in some hours or minutes, it's very magic how the plants work, no, not just in the pain of your body, and also you feel very calm in your soul, no. In this way, I was observing how it was developing, no, in all the people who work with plants, no. Then my father or my grandfathers pass away, and I start to work with other indigenous people and to try to learn other ways to use or different kind of plants. Different kind of plants. It's like the nature is like a pharmacy, and we have this interaction with these plants. In this vibration of the plants, we enter through the Icaros and chants, and we start to call to the spirit and go and say to the plants, heal this brother, heal this sister. I am calling to you, spirit. I'm calling to you, plants, for my soul, for my heart, to heal my brothers and sisters. No.
That's just beautiful. And I'm getting, if I'm understanding you right, each plant helps us heal in a different way, so that you really do have, as you work with the music and all of the notes come together to make different songs, you can use the plants to come together in different ways to heal the body of different illness.
Yeah, it's work like this, and also everybody has a different vibration, no? And also using the same plant for each person, I can use, for example, the roots of the plants, or maybe it's very good to use the leaves of the plants, or maybe just the body of the plant, no, or the cover of the plant, no. And in this way, I can choose and talking with the people and feeling the vibration of them or the needs of people for healing. No, in this way, I can choose what part of the plants or which plants I'm going to work. For example, and there is a lot of people who want to work with the emotions. No, they want to clean the emotions. I use the plants of the water. No, it can be bobinsana, yakusisa. It can be all the plants is connected with the water. No, yaku in my language is water. In this way, for example, yakusisa. No? And this way, I cook the plant to yakusisa, and the people start to drink, and then these plants start to work in dreams, through the dreams. No, maybe it can be some spirits, or maybe this person have a feedback of his childhood, and maybe his father or his mother was very strong with them, and his emotion was a lot of repression in themselves and his self. In this way, in the dreams, he has this communication with his father for forgiveness, or for to open again the heart, and to clean this emotion who was disturbing in the present moment of his life. This is the way how the plants can open again, no? Open the heart, open the emotion, and maybe the people can cry, or maybe the people can let it go again and flow again. This vibration with a lot of grateful for this healing. No? This is how we work with for our the most of the problem are psychosomatic. No, it's in our spirit. It's in our spirit. It's connected also in our mind. But the way that we use the plants is to heal the spirit, to heal the soul. No, if your body is sick, is because there is something happening in your soul, and we go to the soul. No? This is the difference between the or this kind of medicine, like normal medicine, no, like pills and everything, and they use just to cut the pain, no, the pain of the body, and to cut what's going on for just for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But the difference using this kind of plants is that we go very, very deep. Where is the roots of the problem? Where does it come from? No, and this is how is the difference between these two ways to work. No.
Yes, and the music gets deep as well, and the two work in harmony with one another.
Exactly. This is where I call the spirits. No, for example, Yakusi same son simai, sisai puntai maririri, 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 curarenge espiritu ini. Maririri, maririri. I'm calling to the spirit of the Yakusisa for heal to my brothers and sisters in this ritual, in this table. This is the
beautiful.
meaning.
That's beautiful. And you add instruments, and you add, I know, even just to rattle something that makes a shaking noise, or to play the flute, I can feel that through my body. Without the plants. Without the plants, it heals.
Yes, because my ancestors also was using the try to the instruments means the reflection of the nature. No, we try to be try to be connected again with the vibration of the nature. What it means in the ritual, we have a different tonalities, a different sounds where our knowledge come from the nature. We try to be like a mirror of the nature when we play these instruments. We try to adapt in the sounds of these instruments how the nature are singing with us in these vibrations, putting our intentions where this is how the sound vibration with the music and flutes and pan flutes and feathers through our intentions are healing because we are water. We have a lot of emotions. We are wind, we are fire, we are elements, and this is how the different kind of instruments can be connected with different kind of elements. This is how we use different instruments and connect it in your own vibration, your own blocks that you are blocking, no? And I can use some drums for your first bass, no, connected with the earth. I can use some flutes for connected with the wind, no, to connect with the prey, with the high vibration, with the great spirit, no. And something like this, it's how it works, no? The instruments is just a reflection of the nature where we flow through the intentions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, I get to hear some nature over there too. I can actually hear some of the birds and things around you, which is beautiful. Many people will be listening to this from the city, and this is so far removed from the way that we live here. I'm coming to you from Texas, but we have listeners all over the world through our podcast series. Many of them live in cities, and so everything that you speak about is very removed from their everyday life. And how could you tell someone that has no experience working with this, how they can begin to reconnect with their essence, with their nature, with all that you speak about?
Mm-hmm. The plants is just a way, no? The plants, in my culture, the plants is just a way to connect in yourself. But there is a different and a lot of ways to go there, and everybody is not ready also for these power plants, master plants, no? Because it's very, very, very delicate medicine. It's very delicate and high sophisticated technology for for the jungle, no? And if you want to enter to this new geography, because you enter in a new geography, we have to be very, very careful, no? And we have to watch out all the people who are looking for some experience. They have to read a lot. They have to be connected again. What you really need in this time, in the present, what you really have to be very good way for connect with yourself, not try to be again to breathe the work in the end is everything is inside, no? And if you want to be connected with the nature, first connect with yourself. It can be through the meditation, maybe it can be from yoga, or it can be from the medicinal plants. It can be maybe other therapies, other disciplines that is going to help again to connect first in your own nature, no? First in your own breath, first in your own elements that you have inside. If you don't connect in these vibrations, you are not going to understand what's going on in your nature when you open your eyes, no? And for the people who are living in the city and try to sit in the silence, no? Because all the time our ego are talking too much and we never hear about ourselves. This is the first beginning that we have to do is to listen ourselves, know what's going on inside, what you really, really, really want, from your heart. Then you feel your heart, then you can connect with your mind, because in the systems we work with our mind, not to produce, but we really lost the really connection with your roots, with your earth, with your heart, this is where it's come from, I recommend the people in the cities to have this holy space for themselves, holy space in silence, holy space for connecting the breath in the heart, you know this is not easy in the big system, but it's a lot of job that we have to learn to unlearn. This is the new prayer that we are doing, no? Learn to unlearn, to come
Yes.
back to connect again with the roots, with the nature, with the knowledges from the grandfathers' knowledges, from the indigenous knowledges, and also for to walk in clarity, no? In awakening, no? To be awakening is also to understand what am I talking about? What am I doing? No, for the nature, where my garbage go? No, am I planting a tree? What am I doing for my life, for my new generation? No, this is the first step that we have to do in these times, no, in this new age.
Yes. And as you said, we in the city get very accustomed to thinking and doing and looking for our answers and our happiness and our solutions outside of ourselves. And you're right, it's all right there inside. I want to take just one moment to actually speak again about when I came to Peru and had a ceremony, because I want to honor the fact that I was not given an intensive plant. And many people go to the jungle for a plant experience, a healing experience. And there are people down there that will give you whatever you ask for, and you can have a very bad experience. So I honor you and your lineage for not doing that in my case. It was a gift. I was able to gently go in and begin my healing. And that was my first lesson, was how to be gentle with myself. So thank you for that, for your family being that honorable about the plants and that responsible with how you help people go into the process if they even want to go there.
Thank you so much. No, because also if you feel bad experience in parentheses, no,
Yeah.
it's also a process of healing, no? Sometimes we have a pain. The doctor go and put his finger to take out all the pain, all the bad blood that we have, not to cleaning, and it's a lot of pain, no? Because it's a process of healing and take out all the pain that is happening there, cleaning with some water, clean water, and putting other stuff in the sickness or in the pain, no? After that, this pain is going to disappear, and you're going to understand that this process of pain or this process of bad experience, it was very, very grateful, because if you didn't know this darkness or shadow, you're never going to understand your light. You're never going to understand the meaning of your life, because in this time you're going to be more rich about the wow. I know the other side, but also I know that how I don't want to be, or how I don't want to make my body dirty using maybe some substance that is not very good in your mind and your body, and that people has a lot of realization and cleansing and changing, no, about the, for example, the drugs, no, and we use the plants for cleansing and to understand and to put a mirror for them to understand that this is not the way how you have to walk, no.
Yes.
And the medicines and the master plants means how are you? This is the medicine means, no? How are you?
Yes.
How are you? What are you doing with yourself? This is how are you? And in the ceremony, this is the old expressions that you are doing, just spangs, no? This is the spangs, and this medicine, it's a sacrament for us in my culture. It's a sacrament. This is why it's holy for us. No?
Yes. Can we speak a bit about your beautiful country and the jungle? Because I know here we read, if we're even paying attention, we read that the Amazon is disappearing, that the jungles are getting smaller all the time. What is the impact of that where you are right in the middle of it? What do you see?
Thank you so much for asking this question, because we always are talking about the medicinal plants. We're always talking about the shamanisms. We're talking about all this healing situation. But there is also a reality, and Peru has four regions. No, one's the coast, other region are the highlands. There is other the high jungle, and there is other like a alfombra jungle. I don't know what is alfombra jungle when you have a jungle like a alfombra, and in English I don't know. This is high jungle and other jungle, that there is no mountains in the jungle. And in my case, for example, in the city that I'm living is the high jungle. In this high jungle, there is a waterfall, there is a lake, and there is a lot of rivers, and the nature are are so tropical, no? Because it's raining, there is a sun every day. It's hot, raining, hot, raining. It's a tropical weather, but this is a very rich earth for plants and different kind of plants also. But around the nature, the government sell it to the big farm, to the palm oil company.
Yes.
The palm oil company is the most distractions company that I never found in my life. They're cutting 200 trees around the jungle, in the high jungle, and they are making a monocultivo, no? They're cutting every day just for plant this oil palm oil. And they are destroying all the trees. For example, I have my center was around nature, and around my centers these farms start to cut all the trees around, buying 200 hectares, 100 hectares to other owners, 20 hectares to other owners, and this way they were cutting a trees, cutting a trees, cutting a trees, and in this way they disappeared the river that was crossing my center, and the animals was running away. They didn't have house, and they have to look for other jungle and animals, and the weather are changing a lot, and this way I have to move from this jungle. I can't work and bring people to connect again with the nature, because they are going to see just a deforestation. And it's so pity, because the people who do this, who are doing this situation, who are doing this business, are they don't see the how deep is the nature, not just for the many animals or many insects or for water. They also are cutting the traditional way to use the medicinal plants. They are cutting the culture, a very strong culture for the indigenous people, because the indigenous people are the only ones who are taking care in the nature in the perfect harmony with the animals, the perfect harmony with the elements, the perfect harmony with the universe, because they never use the chemical stuff, planting a tree or beans or bananas or everything. They first start to see the moon, or start to see how is the weather, or in this way they are connected with this observation. Through the observation, they connect with the nature, and they know what plant they are going to grow in different parts. No, the agriculture for them are polycultive. This is why they don't cut any trees. No, they grow with the trees. They have this interaction and connection with the spirit of the trees and the nature, and safely using the safely medicinal plants for healing the people, the tribe, the family, the children in the communities. No, and now we are from the new generation try to save this knowledge. But how you're going to save if we are not going to have any nature in the future? No, and this is sending my prayer right now to understand the people who are talking about this prayer, no, the Greenpeace, the other NGO who are trying to help. Please pay attention on what's happening in the nature or in the jungle in Peru. No, there is a big company. It's called Romero. I'm sorry, but I have to take about names, and they are the most big company that are cutting a lot of trees around the world. For me, it's like a big distraction of my culture. No?
Yes. Yes, I feel that. I felt everything you were saying. And, for me, I realized that in the United States, if it weren't for some people stepping forward at some point and saying we need to preserve some of these beautiful lands as parks and not allow them to be destroyed, I don't know that we'd even have Greenland here that hasn't been, used in those ways. Thankfully, at least we have the parks, but I don't know. We have to do something to save these forests, these beautiful jungle, before it's too late. And I appreciate you speaking about that.
Yeah, we are trying to connect with a lot of people who has this the same prey, and to try to save or buy, a new lands, a new jungle for conservation and planting a new trees, no, to connect again with the nature, with permaculture, working and planting organic foods and organic plants, no, planting a new, more medicines, more chacronita and other plants that can be a medicine for for our generation, no.
Yes. Yes, and with modern medicine, as it's called, being such a large, profitable business, there are a lot of people who aren't spreading that message that the healing that we need comes from the plants. There's going to be a growing need to learn how to use those plants again, because in our culture, we've forgotten. Many people here don't know how to grow plants and use them for healing. A few are starting to awaken, but we need people like you to help us learn how to do that again.
Yeah, this is our pray, and let's pray. No, I hope somebody can be interested in the project that we are doing right now. On the project and the foundation Eyakui. No, it's the name of the new foundation, the new center that we are open with my family, with my cousin Arman, and also I have my own project. It's called Katari. No, and we are going to be just one thing, one aggregation. One strong pray that we are doing for the jungle, no?
Yes. And for our listeners, they can find out more about the Katari Center online at www.katari, Katari center.com. And again, we're visiting with Herbert from Peru about what's going on with the Amazon and how the plants of the Amazon and the beautiful music that he creates can bring healing to our planet and help us to remember who we really are in our hearts. Let's speak a little bit about your music. You travel all over the place playing, don't you?
Yeah. One more time, I'm so grateful for be a channel of these different kind of instruments that I'm playing. No, it's come from my blood. No, my family, musician, artists, painters. Now I'm fusion. No, I'm doing the world music with. I just arrived from India, and I met beautiful musicians there, and we wanna make a beautiful project mixing the instrument from India with Icaros, no, and the Peruvian flutes, and it's going to be an amazing project. But it's not close to Peru, India, no. But the vibration is the same, no. The praise the same, the music and the prayer of mantras, no? How it can be
Yes.
connected to the mantras and how it's connected with the Icaros, how it's connected with the different kind of Peruvian instruments. And we're going to try to make a beautiful music with mixing these Icaros and other war instruments. No? I think it's going to be very, very interesting and deep music that we're going to try to share, no?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I'm so open also to open a new project with new musicians who are interested in some new project to play these Icaros or music from the jungle or instruments, and I'm so open to share or to found some musicians who are interested to make a new project for all for the nature, no, all for make music for maybe documentaries for the planting trees or documentaries or movies who are interested in this same prey that we are doing, saving the knowledge, saving the nature, or serving the earth. No, this is our prey. No,
Yes.
I don't want to play for for some discotheques or for some this kind of stuff. No, I would like to play for festivals who are really good way to pray for the earth. No,
Yes.
this is my pray. This is how I would like to share my music and my soul in this moment now.
That's beautiful. Yes. So anyone that wants to, and the music is healing. Just to listen to it is very healing because the love that you play with and the intention for healing for our planet and for all people is present in all of your music. So it comes through with that intention and is very healing to listen to. So they can find your music on SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com/airbert2. And I'll say that's HERBERT dash the number 2.
Yeah.
And they can hear your beautiful music.
Thank you so much. And also, they can write to me to Qatari Center, or they can write to my email. Because I have my friends who helped me to produce the CDs in the body, in the and but it's ended right now. But I am selling my music for the project. Now, this money that I'm recollect is for planting a new trees, for the buildings, for pay the workers and everything. And because we are making this project right now, we're from Qatari Center, and I am sending through emails also the music and buying my music from emails now. And you're welcome to listen and be in the vibration, that we are doing in this music.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. So you meet a lot of people from all over the world that come to your center and participate in your ceremonies. What do you think is one of the biggest misunderstandings people have about the work that you are doing there?
The most deep understanding is to for the people. The most of them are to understand that there is not much time to lost or soul or love in other stuff that is not very important. No, they understand that there is a lot of to do for a new generation, or a lot of to do for connect again in their own or soul or body or mind, or and be full in love of this connection with their truth, in connection in their deepest vibration in the heart. No, this is that all the people understand that try to connect more and more and more, and grow in the tribe, grow in the family, and to be awakened, that what we are doing here in this world, and connect with our mission, to connect in our mission. What's your mission? Like, you are communication, I'm musician bringing the ceremonies, and Mario connect with each people like a chakaruna, chakaruna is the man who connected with every channel for this high pray. And also there is a lot of people who are doing other stuff for saving the nature, and other people are doing a different kind of audiovisuals, and there is a lot of family that are helping to the same pray, and to remind the people the mission that they have to be in this pray of this world, in this time, this short time. This is the meaning that we are doing here in this healing,
Yes. Mario, what kind of a question would you like to ask of Herbert while we have him on the line? What would you like to know about?
Um, I've enjoyed your music quite a bit, and I'd like to know how do you decide what you're integrate into your ceremonies? Do you I'm assuming you follow spirit and just go by guidance, and is it depending like what the plans are? And I guess that's what would be my question.
Yeah, how I incorporate the instruments. This is the point, Mario. I don't decide nothing in this moment. The point is that I start to flow through the vibration, and they use to me like an instrument. No, I am like a flute. Can you see the flute? There is a hole. The hole in the middle of the tube that you have is a hole. In this hole, there is other things who are playing through to me. No, in this moment, I do that they want that I do. They need some icaros in this moment, but the other side, I take some instrument for happiness, like a charanguito, and maybe they need some peaceful with a flute, no, with the flute of peace, and I use the double flute. I use the flute of love, to connect again in the heart. Is depending how is the vibration of the group in the moment of the ceremony. I start to feel through the connection with the circle, the connection with the group, the connection of the different kind of plants that we are using in this moment, and I adding in the different states, or the times. There is a special time for example, to open a ritual. There is a very special time because it's a time of protection, to protect the circle. that we are going to do for because the people start to go to very catharsis, no, in this, and we create a very holy and safely space where the people start to make his some catharsis for healing some stuff in the spirit, and after that, this healing, there is other part where it start to make the cleansing, no, where the icaros start to work, and the cleansing. After that, it's come the vibration of equilibrium, no, and putting equilibrium, all the vibration in the circle of the people, and the people start to feel the equilibrium and connection with the mind, spirit, and feelings. This is where I start to play instruments, and depending how are the vibration, is high, is middle, or we have to flow, and we have to bring the people in other states, and and after that there is a other part of the ceremony. This is the grateful part, no, where we say thank you so much for all the teachings, all the knowledge that we received, for all the healing that we received, and this is so beautiful. Also, no, I use some guitars or some charanguitos or some medicine songs that I sing in ceremonies, no.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
Mm, mm,
I definitely look
mm.
forward to seeing you sometime this year.
Yes, we definitely want to come down there and see you. Herbert,
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
I hope to meet you one day in the, not just in the circle of ceremony, because we are in ceremony all the time, no? We are making the homework that we are doing, or where the master plans, or where the universe are giving us to be our homework, no? Now, in with this interview, we are making our homework, no, to transmit the people of the traditional or the purity way to use the medicinal plants with respect, and in the safely way to use, no, because now there is a lot of people unconscious who are selling plants through the internet, and they don't have this consciousness that there is a lot of different how you can enter in this world is very very special language, no, it's very special and sacred space, and they don't understand this situation. This is why it's happening a lot of accidents, no, because they don't know that they can see, you know, that it's very very careful about this connection with the spirits and the ceremony way, you know. They don't have this consciousness about it, no? And what a pity, because if this start to continue doing like this, all the knowledge from my grandfather for the indigenous people, or for the many people who pray from the heart, is going to disappear, no. And
Yes.
I'm praying for the best way, you know, to connect again in the roots, no, on the respect of that of the medicine.
You speak a lot about respect and a lot about ceremony, and those seem to be, I think it's wonderful that our world is relaxing in some ways and becoming more open and freer about things. But along with that, we seem to be forgetting about ceremony and forgetting about a place and a time for respect. And that seems to be at the very heart of the work that you do. Can you tell me a little about the importance of ceremony to you?
Yeah, because in the way of ceremony is the way to can connect with deep spirits, you know, to have a permission, to you ask for permission, no? To ceremony means to ask for permission to connect with these deidades, with these spirits, no? Not just for the trees, and also for the elements of that. When you have this interaction, connection with them, the space start to be a ritual, start to be a deep connection with all these elements, where the spiritual doctors and power animals and the spirit of the plants are start to work. They start to work. They show us this parallel world where we can enter, where there is no time, future and past, where we can heal or pain through this vibration of the new geography that we have with the medicinal plants, no. And this ritual way is just a key who can open the doors for the spiritual world, and to have this interaction and connection with these healers, no, healers spirits and healer plants and master plants, and have a connection with the grandfathers of the knowledge for them, no? This is this is what this ritual means, no?
Thank you. That's beautiful. I hope that we are coming into a time, and I hope that this recording and other work that we each do and that we do together helps to bring people back into that awareness of what we're losing, because it's a choice every day whether we make that sacred space and we have our ceremony, even if it's just a meditation by yourself. It's a choice, and we're making that choice every day, each of us. So, Herbert, I believe that's coming on the end of our time together. I would like to ask you if there's anything else that we haven't discussed today that you feel on your heart to share with people who are listening.
I'm so grateful, for this interview, and I'm so grateful that we can have this opportunity to share not the voice of Herbert, not the voice of my music, the voice of the lot of indigenous people who has this problem with the other big companies who are destroying their houses, destroying the knowledge, destroying the medicinal plant, destroying a culture. My pray that am I doing now in this interview is not for just for my center who have to maintain the knowledge of the indigenous people. Is the pray for the nature, is the pray for the nature, is the pray for the love, is the pray for the many culture from the nature, for the jungle. And I ask for permission to from my roots, from my grandfathers, our indigenous peoples, try to open the eyes that what's happening in the nature, in the jungle, and to try to open the eyes that what we are doing for that, what we are doing, what is your prayer in this moment for this problematic state that we are crossing in this moment. No? I hope the government also can awake, and to understand that when we have a lot of money, we are not going to eat money. No, we.
Yes.
The point is they can have a lot of money, but we are rich. We are rich. This is the difference that we have. The rich of culture, rich of love, rich of happiness, but they have a lot of money. But I don't know if they are rich inside.
Such powerful words. I've been there. I've seen the paradise that we are talking to you from, and my prayer joins with yours, and I hope many others that I know the power of prayer and intention reach far. And I'm sure Mario joins me in that prayer.
Oh, definitely. Nature is one of the ways that we can definitely connect to not just us, but the world for sure.
Yes, and remember who we are. And that's the most important job we have here, is to remember who we are. Pass that on.
Exactly. Thank you so much, family, Mario and you, for your big heart. Thank you so much for your prayer. This is a way to pray also, to bring this voice of the nature and grandfathers to all the people who are hearing you, who are connected with you. And I'm so grateful, and I'm so happy that I can found a beautiful family, a beautiful friends and people who are praying the same vibration of the heart, of the nature, of the earth. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Herbert. Would you like to be a guest on a future episode of Exploring Possibilities? Drop me a note, info@journeyofpossibilities.com. Until next time, I'm Cheryl Sitz, inviting you to joyful, awakened, authentic living naturally.